What is up, Saints? I'm back with another Christian Man Reacts video, where if you've been watching, you know the intent of my content is to present good and wholesome entertainment. Whether or not I do, that's up to you. Alright, so we're back at it again. I was kind of, man, I just wasn't feeling last times. I didn't want to do it. I wasn't feeling in the mood to do one. It happened to be some false teaching. Just, I wasn't in it, man. But as much as I wasn't in that one, I'm in this one. I'm excited to do this one. Got the tan hat. So, we're back on music. And we're working our way around. There's several different genres I've been kind of looking into. We're coming back to Christian rap. And I'm a little excited. This is a Christian rapper that I enjoy. At one point in time, I would have considered him one of my favorites. I haven't listened to him too much lately. Just kind of, I don't know, I'm sure you guys feel the same thing. You kind of get burnt out on music after a while and just kind of set it to the side. But I think he's done an album or two since then, and I haven't listened to any of it. So I'm excited to get back into it. I think this is a song I haven't heard before, so we'll get a fresh reaction to it, and should be fun. Got my trusty sidekick with me, Polar Seltzer Water, black cherry flavor. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Alright, so we're looking at Bryann Trejo. Some of you might know him as Bryann T. He's the founder, I believe, of Kingdom Music, or at least he's the leader of that group. Been really blessed by some of his music in the past. He's got this album called Kingdom Psalms that was just phenomenal. The first time I heard it, I just played it over and over again. Walk on Water was amazing. He's got some other stuff, and by him I actually found some other really good Christian rappers that I enjoy too. So I don't think I've heard this one yet. I think this is one of his newer ones. It was uploaded on May 6th of this year. It's called Call Upon, so it's new to me, and let's see what he's got. I like the beat already. Got that smooth slow jam going on.
It don't matter if these haters be letting me, because I love you, Lord, you said you deliver me. It don't matter if these haters believe me, because I love you, Lord, you said you deliver me. Lockdown, 14, everybody inside. Figured I'd make music, man, help you with the inside. New life, change, man, ever since my twin died. I don't know what happened, it's my people how suicides. The old people retaliate, don't worry about no consequence. Now I'm facing life for Christ, take every step with confidence. Every day's a funeral, family dressed in black, man. These OGs got the youngsters with batteries in they back. Hey, send out like they've been out, cause they trying to keep the score up. Bloodshed at the bloodshed, there's an update out the door. Over here trying to catch some shade, sitting under a tree. I told him, hell much hotter than 100 degrees. And all the youngsters all around him, like he making them mob. They taking orders from the man, like they made it they God. And you more focused on the virus and washing your hands when you need to be concerned. Start watching your man, because you plotting on your money, your jewels, and all your...
I like how he's taking the current situations and singing about it. Yeah, let's just keep going here.
Got him on a mission right now to corrupt your soul. There's a lily in the valley, there's a diamond in the rough. Now you really feeling happy, cause you finally got enough. Hey, your baby getting bigger, so you need to stick around. There's so much for you to do right now to shoot somebody down. So this what you make your soul on, the altar you lay your soul on. When it's all said and done, and you left feeling dumb, you gon' wish you were done, no. You gon' wish you chose his love, and you gon' wish you flushed them drugs, and you gon' wish you dropped your flag, like it's not my flag. That Satan tried to trick you, man, same way he did Eve. You should've let him trick you and deceive you with his greed. See, sin will separate you like cover up in these leaves, but man, there ain't no honor in the den that's filled with these. I don't care about social distance, I go pray for all you haters. I walk straight into your face and I tell you, Jesus is Savior.
Yeah, that's cool too. That's what Jesus did. People were afraid of the lepers. He walked right up and touched them. Like, man, Christians, whatever your thoughts are around the COVID thing, I've got my own personal opinions about it, but Christians ought not to fear, man. We ought not to live in fear. You know, we're called upon to be witnesses, to be. Social distancing don't work for Christians, man. We're supposed to go to the people and preach the gospel. We're supposed to gather together and fellowship and love on one another. So that was just a good lyric there.
You can hate me, get angry, you can cuss me out in public. You still can't change the fact that Christ is king and that I love him. Like, preacher man, tell me about your Jesus, man. I'm just trying to feed the family, get rid of this evil, man. Help me out, both people just sell me out. Doggy dogs got me, God, tell me about what he mean about. See, God has a way of fixing things. God has a way of hitting you. God has a way of getting right. God has a way of living new. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water, but Jack and Jill was selling pills so they could make $1. I sat her down and told her about the love of our dear Father. Now with Jesus Christ they living for, and he's the one they follow for real. You don't gotta let these haters believe me, because I love you, Lord, you said you deliver me. You don't gotta let these haters believe me, because I love you, Lord, you said you deliver me. So I call upon your name at times, trouble time, your peace I find. I call upon your name at times, trouble times, your peace I find. I used to run for the law, now I pray for police. I used to never get rest, now I get peace when I sleep. I used to be mug with a frown, cause
that's another cool characteristics too. Like, I grew up a wicked heathen, like separated from the church, just filthy, and most of the people that I fellowship with come from that same type of background, and we all hated police. We all, you know, like, I still joke around that when I see them I get the urge to run, like, just because we were lawbreakers, and because they knew we were lawbreakers, we felt oppressed by them. But you know, they're really just doing their job. Some of them too aggressively, some of them have that authoritarian complex. But now, like, all the born again people I know, we appreciate the law, because the law is established to protect. And yeah, the law is still abused sometimes. There's been times, you know, we've had the law called on us for preaching, and we have a constitutional right to do that. And sometimes those officers disobey their oath to the Constitution. But as a whole, God uses law keepers to establish peace in a community. You know, to keep us from being murdered and raped and robbed and all those other wicked things. So, like, it's kind of cool to see how the Lord changes. You know, like he was saying, I used to run from the law, now I pray for the law. And I've seen that in my own life and those of those around me.
I had evil inside, now I greet you with a hook, cause I got Jesus inside. Why is it church folk hate it when I dress like my homie? What you think that suit and tie, brother, make you look old? Hey, clean on the inside, 50 on the edge, just be honest and admit we all guilty of sin. See, we all fall short of the glory, and it's according to the...
Man, I got a comment on that too. That's good theology right there. Good doctrine, not theology. I get that mixed up, you know. I interchange those words, and they don't really mean the same thing. So I shouldn't do that. I should be more careful in how I speak. But it's good doctrine. He's preaching the depravity of man there in those lyrics. Like, we're all wicked, you know. We're all tainted inside, you know. So, like, and you need that doctrine in your life. You need self-examination. You need to be aware of your own filthy heart, because that prevents you from looking down your nose at anybody else. How could I judge anybody else, or ridicule or be demeaning towards anybody else, regardless of their sinful behavior? Because I know my own heart, and I know the state that I was in, and it's only the grace of God that has redeemed me. So that was a good lyric there.
Righteousness of Christ that my father rewards me. Hey, bang, bang, Bigelow, glass fan, didn't throw tap dance on the riverhead. New life for a criminal. Hey, tell me what's the cost of the cycle.
Why do you say bam, bang, bang?
If you use any idols around me, then take them down for me. You gotta love God when you love your own life. What you mean? Hey, I'm confused, I'm not supposed to love life. Nah, get rid of anything you put before. What you couldn't do for him and what you wouldn't do for him. Hey, offer your body as a living and a holy sacrifice, cause only Jesus Christ can satisfy your heart. Oh, I get it now, ready now, on my way to heaven now. again, spirit filled. Best believe I said it now. I get it now. Ready now. On my way to heaven now. Born again, spirit filled. Best believe I said it now. It don't matter if these haters believe me, because I love you, Lord. You said you deliver me. It don't matter if these haters believe me, because I love you, Lord. You said you deliver me. So I call upon your name at times. Trouble time, your peace I find. I call upon your name at times. Trouble time, your peace I find. There's a generation that curses their father and don't bless their mother. There's a generation that impure their own eyes and yet is not washed from their filthiness. There's a generation no loftier than eyes and the eyelids are lifted up so prideful they are. There's a generation whose teeth are like sword and their jaws and teeth is knives to devour the poor from off the earth and the needy from among men. Oh, Psalm 15 said, who shall abide in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy hill? Here goes the answer, y'all. He that walketh uprightly, he that worketh righteousness and speaketh truth in his heart. He that don't backbite his name, he doesn't take a bribe from the wicked. He never goes against the innocent.
Amen.
He lives in the ways of the Lord and he follows all the Lord's commands. He delights in the laws of the Lord day and night, and he meditates that he shall never be moved. His face shall never be shaken. In the mighty name of Jesus, I pray for the righteous. Check it out, y'all. Hey, you don't matter if the haters deliver me. I know you love me, Lord. You said you deliver me. Hey, you don't matter if the haters deliver me. I know you love me.
Man, somebody just needs to preach or rap scripture. That was good, man. That was the best part of the song there when he was reading Psalm 15. Yeah, that's off his new album, Live and Grow. I ain't heard that one yet. Alright, so that was Trejo. It was good. Not great. I'd probably give it like a 7 out of 10. I noticed like there's like the last rap we listened to was Shy Lynn. And I noticed not just musically or lyrically, yeah, lyrically, but not vocally, some distinctions between the two. Like, and I guess it's two different kinds of ministry. Like, Trejo is basically rapping his testimony for the glory of the Lord, and I wonder if that's more of an evangelistic. If he has the heart of an evangelist. You know, because he often talks about going out to the streets and sharing the gospel with people and stuff like that. But his lyrics are written with more of a heart set of, here's how I'm walking out my Christian life. Here's what God is teaching me. Here's what I'm doing in my life. Whereas somebody like Shy Lynn is a preacher. He's called to preach. And so his lyrics are more expository, more doctrine, more teaching in his lyrics, which is what I prefer, I guess, because I have that same kind of heart, and I'm drawn towards that. So I can see the benefit of both, and how they're both great. Like, it's good to have this community of rappers with this diversity of ministry. As far as like the beat goes, a lot of times you'll find well beats that don't suit my style. I like that beat. I like he's got a soothing voice. If you watch a lot of Trejo, you'll notice a lot of it kind of sounds the same. He's you know, and that's just because, you know, that's his voice, that's his style. He's got that same style, same voice in all of them. That particular beat was really good, real smooth, just nice. It was a nice, you know, rhythm to it. And like I said, my favorite part was when he was quoting Psalm 15. That's awesome, man. Like, if a rapper could just rap the scriptures, that'd be great. You know, it'd be very edifying. Somebody who has the talent to make it rhythmic, you know, and poetic while they're doing it. Yeah, it was enjoyable. Like I say, I give it a 7 out of 10. Some of his earlier stuff that I heard, I like a lot. This one here was, you know, it was good. Enough where, like, I'm thinking, you know, I might probably check out that album somewhere down the line. I got one brother who's always pushing him, huge Trejo fan, Brother Cole. So, you know, and I'm always hearing about it every time something new is coming out from Trejo. Cole's talking about it. So it was enjoyable. If you get a chance to support that brother or see that brother, do it. Love him, love his ministry, good music. But I guess that's what I got for you guys. You know, as always, I love you, and until next time, see you later.